Hello, my name is Julia Janulis, and I'm the Accounts and Publishing Manager with Credential Engine. This demo will consist of three parts. First, I will show you how to upload your jobs to the publisher. This involves filling out your bulk upload spreadsheet and using the bulk upload tool for submission. Second, I will demonstrate how to upload your work roles to the publisher. This also will entail filling out your bulk upload spreadsheet and using the bulk upload tool. Lastly, I will guide you through the process of approving data for publication and show you how to access the published data in the Finder. We'll begin this demo with uploading jobs. To begin uploading your jobs, navigate to our publisher. I'm in the sandbox, which is our testing environment for the purpose of this demo, but the link to the publisher in production is very similar. It is apps.credentialengine.org/publisher. Once you're logged into the publisher, you'll see this navigation across the top. Select the Add New Bulk Upload dropdown from the top and click on the white link titled Jobs underneath Bulk CSV Upload. This will take you to the Jobs section of the Bulk Upload tool. And once you're on the Bulk Upload tool, you'll see Select Your Organization at the top of the page. If you're only associated with one organization in our system, your organization will be automatically selected here and you will not need to select anything from the dropdown. But if you're associated with multiple organizations in our system, you'll need to select the appropriate organization from the dropdown. I'm going to select the organization I'll be uploading data for as I'm associated with multiple. As you scroll down the page, you'll see an introduction with a brief overview of the steps to upload new jobs, as well as the steps to update existing jobs, should you need to edit any job data that you've already uploaded to the publisher. You'll also see this Print This Page button, where you can print the steps to bulk upload should you need them. Just be sure to expand the sections that you need first so that those are captured in the printed PDF. You'll also see this Contact Us button, and that will send us an email should you need help with the bulk upload tool. You'll also see this blue equity benchmark model, which was developed based on the final report of the Equity Council. You'll see which properties on the bulk upload are part of which tier of the equity benchmark model based on the signal bars icon that is next to each property. Tier 1 properties are represented by a signal bars icon with 1 filled bar, Tier 2 properties display 2 filled bars, and Tier 3 properties display 3 filled bars. Moving down the page, you'll see Step 1, Complete Your Organization. If you expand this My Organizations tab, you'll see this Edit button, where you can make any changes to your organizational information. You'll also see your organization's CTID, and your organization's addresses below. To point to your organization in your bulk upload spreadsheet, you'll include your organization's CTID, listed here. And moving on to Step 2, this is where you'll select your properties to be included in your template. You'll notice we have it selected to upload new jobs for the purpose of this demo, but you can also update existing jobs once the data is in the registry. You'll see this Required Properties tab, which expands, and you'll see these properties are part of our minimum data policy and have been pre-selected for you over here. So they'll automatically be included in your spreadsheet when you download it. Since these properties are part of our minimum data policy and required to publish to the registry, they are also part of our Tier 1 equity benchmark data. So you'll see the signals bar icon next to each property. To run through the required properties quickly, you'll see the resource name, description, and offered by. Offered by indicates the organization that offers this job. If your organization offers the job, you'll enter same as owner in the property. If another organization offers the job, you'll enter the CTID of the organization if it's already been uploaded to the registry, or reference the organization if it's not in the registry. The reference would include the organization name and web page separated by a tilde. As I mentioned, these required properties are automatically selected. There's no way to unselect these properties, so no need to worry about missing them from your spreadsheet. And looking at the minimum data, you'll see we have a property name in this column. We have a description of the property in this column, as well as an example of what data goes into that property. And we have the special data requirements on how to format the data in the spreadsheet. And now that we've gone over the required properties, we're going to go over some properties that are past our minimum data policy and are available for you to include in your jobs upload. So expanding this recommended benchmark properties tab, there's has work role, industry type, keywords, occupation type, subject web page, and has occupation. You'll see each property has a description of what goes in that field as well as an example, just as the required properties did. There are some special data requirements with these properties. For example, industry type, keywords, and occupation type should be a pipe-separated list of values. These properties also have a character limit. You'll notice that none of the properties past the minimum required data have been selected. So you have the ability to scroll through and select additional properties to include in your spreadsheet. I'm going to check off has work role, keywords, occupation type, and subject web page so that those are included in my spreadsheet when I download it. And moving on to more properties that are past the minimum data policy, we'll see we have a lot underneath this optional properties tab, but I'm just going to point out a few properties here. You'll see we have ability embodied, knowledge embodied, and has task down here. Ability embodied and knowledge embodied require a CTID of a competency that has already been uploaded to the publisher. Has task requires a CTID of a task that has been uploaded to the publisher. You can find the CTIDs of competencies and tasks by going to your summary page and copy-pasting those CTIDs into your spreadsheet. We'll get to the summary page a little later in this demonstration. Once you've selected all your properties, you'll scroll down to step 3 to download your template. And be sure to include sample data and include instructions so that those will be included in the template for your reference, and click the Download Template Spreadsheet button. The template will download to your desktop as a CSV file, and you can convert the CSV to an Excel doc or Google Sheet to easily input your data. So I'm going to go to the template I downloaded. So I've opened the template in Google Sheets where I will start inputting my data. You'll see sample data and instructions have been included in rows 2 and 3, so you can reference them in the spreadsheet. You don't have to keep going back to the bulk upload page. And you'll see in row 1 that all of these column headers are the properties that were included in my spreadsheet. The minimum data is required and included, and as well as any other data that I've checked off. So you'll see these columns in my completed spreadsheet over here have CTIDs of competencies that are already in the registry as previously mentioned, and these columns have CTIDs for tasks and work roles that are already in the registry. So once you're done filling out the template, you'll delete column A as well as sample data and instructions in rows 2 and 3. Those need to be removed before upload or you'll receive an error. And you will see that I have already gone ahead and deleted column A in rows 2 and 3. It's also important to note to save the file as a CSV file, as that is the file extension that works with our system. So I am going to download as a CSV file, and I will go back to the bulk upload tool. Continuing down to the page from where we left off, step 4 has some helpful tips and tricks as you're inputting your data in your spreadsheet. But I've already inputted my data, so I will upload my spreadsheet under step 5. So to upload your data, you'll select Choose File and choose the file from your desktop. Select Preview, and this will replicate your spreadsheet. You'll see the properties as your column headers and all of the data that you've entered. So you can use this as an opportunity to do a final quality check before uploading. And when you're done, you'll click Save this data to the publisher, and it'll let you know that it's processing your data. And you'll receive this little upload summary with the data that has been read and whether it's added, updated, or failed. Now that we have jobs uploaded, I'll show you how to upload work roles to the publisher. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top of the bulk upload page where you'll see a series of buttons. Click the Work Roles button to navigate to the Work Roles section of the bulk upload tool. And once you've clicked on Work Roles, you'll see the layout of the page is the same. The Work Roles upload follows the same steps as the Jobs upload and of course also requires a spreadsheet. I'm going to skip step 1 as well as the introduction, as it's the same step as the Jobs upload. So scrolling down to step 2, you'll see the required properties and the required properties tab are a little different from the Jobs upload. So there's resource name, description, and asserted by. Asserted by requires the CTID of the organization that asserts the work role. The rest of the properties under the other tabs are very similar with a few different options to select. I'm going to select a couple of properties to include in our spreadsheet as I did with jobs. So we will select has task from these options, and has task allows you to connect a work role to a related task. This field requires you to provide the CTID for a task that has already been uploaded. This will become more clear when I get to the completed spreadsheet. And coming down to step 3, this is where you'll download your template as you did with your jobs. So you'll include sample data and include instructions, and you'll click the Download Template Spreadsheet button. The template will download to your desktop as a CSV file, and of course you can convert the CSV to an Excel doc or Google Sheet to easily input your data. So I'm going to go over to the template I downloaded, and you'll see again sample data and instructions have been included in rows 2 and 3, so you can reference them in the spreadsheet and you don't have to keep going back to the bulk upload page. And you'll see in row 1 again that all of these column headers are the properties that were included in my spreadsheet. The minimum required data is included, as well as any other data that I've checked off. And going to my completed spreadsheet, you'll see this has task column has CTIDs of tasks that are already in the publisher. And once you're done filling out the template, you'll delete column A as well as sample data and instructions in rows 2 and 3. Those need to be removed before upload or you'll receive an error. It's also important to note to save the file as a CSV file, as I've mentioned. So I have removed column A as well as rows 2 and 3, so I'm going to download as a CSV, and I'm going to go back to the bulk upload page. Scrolling down past step 4 and right down to step 5. Going to preview my data. Again, spreadsheet is replicated. The column headers up here are the properties from the spreadsheet, and all of the data that you've entered is underneath. And again, you can use this as an opportunity to do a final quality check before uploading, and when you're done, you'll select Save this data to the publisher. And again, the system will give you an upload results summary with the data that has been added, updated, or failed. And now that we've uploaded jobs and work roles, the next step is to approve the data in the publisher. To do this, you'll scroll down to step 6, which has a link to your organization summary page. Click on the link and you'll be redirected to the summary page in the publisher. I have it open over here. So this is where you can see all of the data that you've uploaded to the publisher. You'll see a tab for jobs, as well as a tab for work roles over here. So you'll select the Jobs tab, select all, as I've done here, and click the green Approve All Selected Items button at the bottom, and you'll repeat this with the Work Roles tab. The Work Roles, select all, approve all selected items down here. Clicking Approve All Selected Items lets the publishing team know that you've approved your data to be published. They'll go in and do a quality check of the data you've approved and then publish your data to the registry. And once the data is published, you'll be able to see it in the Finder. And speaking of the Finder, I have a couple pages up right now. This is the Senior Solutions Architect job in the Finder. You'll see there's a description, a subject web page, keywords, and SOC codes down here. You'll also see under connections, it's connected to 3 work roles, 7 tasks, 4 abilities, and 4 knowledge embodied. And the latter 2 are, of course, those competencies that were already in the registry. And in this tab, this is the work role in the Finder. You'll see it has a description as well as connections to 2 tasks right here. And that is how to upload jobs, work roles, approve your data to be published, and view your published data in the Finder. Thank you for viewing this demonstration. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to contact the publishing team at publishing@credentialengine.org. Thank you.